working trials. What is working trials? It's a sport that's almost 100 years old now. We're going to show you an exercise that's fairly unique to our sport. That's speaking on command. I know most of you with dogs, they can bark. But
can you put them out?
Doing it under control is something very different. So you have one dog here in a stationary position speaking and not speaking when told to, and you'll have a dog on the move. Whilst this is happening, around the outside of them, somebody is going to demonstrate, Sarah is going to demonstrate what is our most important discipline. That is tracking. The dog follows a disturbance on the ground. Now you're probably thinking, how on earth could a dog track in here? There has been so many dogs, so many people in here over the past 3 days, but dogs are capable of this. They have a nose far, far better than ours. You know, we only know when the dinner's burnt, don't we? But dogs, incredible ability. Now this dog of Sarah's is going to come out, and we're going to bring a Labrador today as it's gun dog day. And Sarah is going to demonstrate to you by getting her dog, Esther, to follow the disturbance left by Sarah, the handler. All right. Now in competition, these tracks are some 3 hours old. Now the dog is worked on a harness and line. And yes, there have been millions of people across here, but this dog can still follow where the handlers walked. Now the harness and line is used to indicate the dog is doing this particular exercise only. There we are, we've taken the turn. And the dog's tracking well. You see his nose to the ground. Now you'll see a demo from the Bloodhounds in a moment. Bloodhounds hunt in a very, very different way to us. They hunt and we don't. There's the first article. Now the dog indicates the article because it's something that's been touched by a person. It's got human scent on it, albeit its owners. And on the dog goes again. There we are. He's casting to say that it doesn't go straight on. And look at that dog's ability. Look at that nose, inches from the ground. Such ability. Second article recovered. The dog's very interested in all these little markers in here. But you can see the concentration in this dog. I can assure you, I've got a German Shepherd at home that I think can track well. I don't volunteer to come in here and do this. There we are, he's on his last leg and just coming up to the last article. Well done, Sarah, well done, Esther, that's excellent. Okay, now we're going to show you an exercise of send away and redirection. This is Cozzy. Cozzy's a border collie. This is the most popular breed of dog within our sport. Now Barry sent the dog out, done a send away. In competition this could be 200-300 yards, and he's redirected him. Again, could be 200 to 300 yards. There we are, excellent control. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention. I'll hand you over to my dear friend, Miss Leonardo Podozynski.
Thank you, Stan. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, as the case may be. We've got 2 lovely bloodhounds here for you today. We've got Amy Williams with Sybil, and we've got Robert with Happy Howard. The reason we've got Howard here today is that the lady that should have been here today has sadly broken down and can't get her bloodhounds here, so we've had to borrow Howard out of the Discover Dogs area so that we can at least bring 2 hounds for you here. David and his daughter Amy have got Sybil. Sybil works and goes to shows and is also a family pet. They have other dogs at home and quite a large family. Howard is a much-loved pet belonging to a couple that are here today at Discover Dogs, who also have his litter sister. As Stan has just said, bloodhounds work very differently to the working trials dogs. Our dogs hunt, they don't track, they're scent hounds and scent moves. We don't necessarily expect our hounds to work the scent of what we call the clean boot, which is the natural scent of the human being. People dressed like yourselves and myself, with the exception of when we're walking across country to walk what we call a line for the bloodhounds. We probably have a good pair of walking shoes or a stout pair of boots. You leave what we call a smeller at the start of the line, which could be a handkerchief, a necktie, it could be a sock. The hound goes and identifies the smeller. Once it's absorbed your body smell into his or her nostrils, it will then start and work the ground to pick up your smell, and it will follow your smell to wherever you have walked. And you could have walked a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles. The scent could be anything from half an hour to 2 hours to 6 hours to 12 hours cold, 24 hours cold. They have a marvellous ability to smell of these hounds, and they've always been renowned for being able to work the scent of a human being. Trials are run under the umbrella of the Kennel Club. We have 4 championship bloodhound trials a year. We are very much a minority sport with a minority membership. Our breed, like many of the native vulnerable breeds, is a little bit in trouble at the minute because of lack of interest in the breed, particularly for bloodhound trials. I've been in the breed 50 years, and it's rather sad to see the numbers deplete as they are doing at the minute. They've never ever been high, but they certainly have been a lot higher than what they are at the minute. A lovely old breed. Ancestry can be traced back to approximately 1066, when William the Conqueror came to these shores and brought a variety of hunting dogs with him, and there were hounds of the bloodhound type amongst those. Obviously in those days they were hunting game. This is all now finished. Our hounds hunt what we call the clean boot. We get an awful lot of pleasure from them. They're lovely, lovely dogs with a good temperament, and providing they're selectively bred from a small gene pool, there is no unearthly reason why you should not have a fit, healthy bloodhound that's fit for function and fit to compete at trials, and being a dual-purpose breed will also compete in the show ring and also make lovely pets. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Sybil and we've got Howard, and thank you very much. And I'll hand you over now to Claire Coughlin-Kahn and her obedience team. Thank you, Claire. Back.
Good afternoon. Let's have a big warm welcome for the rally display team as they come into the middle of the arena.